Afternoon, councillors, officers, members of the public, welcome. I declare this meeting open. We have, I have a couple of announcements. Last week we were very honoured to host a delegation from Beijing, our friendship city, and they presented us with a magnificent silk painting which Councillor McCleary needs a bit of assistance there. It's a silk painting, and it just commemorates the friendship that exists between Beijing and the city of Bunbury, and we're getting that framed, councillors, and that'll hang in a place of honour within our chambers, or within the building, this building, not that building. Thanks very much, Councillor McCleary, and thank you for the work that your committee did. It was just outstanding stuff.
And that's very significant to their government.
It is the boat. I'll explain all that on another occasion. But you're quite right, thank you. This week, councillors, is Disability Awareness Week, and Thursday is International Disability Awareness Day. And Councillor Kelly is cooking a cake to celebrate that. Everyone's invited. It must be a big cake. Last week I also met with the Leader of the Opposition, Mr McGowan, had a very good discussion with him and the Labor candidate for Bunbury and a member of Mr McGowan's staff. We talked about the needs for Bunbury, infrastructure and the waterfront with the two projects that I mentioned to him. We also, this coming weekend is the staff celebration, the annual celebration, and my costs for the month were $61.58 for fuel. We have apologies from Councillor Steele. Councillor McGwell is also an apology unless he arrives a bit later. He's on his way back from Perth Airport. I have a request for leave of absence which we'll deal with later in the meeting. Councillors, do we have any declarations of interest for this meeting? Thank you. We have no questions from the public. Can I someone move 7.11, minutes of the last meeting? Thanks, Councillor Cook. Second up, Councillor Jones, all in favour. It's carried unanimously, thank you. 7.12, can I have a mover? Councillor Giles, second up. Councillor McGuinness, all in favour. It's carried unanimously, thank you. Do we have any petitions, councillors? We have a request for a deputation from Mr Guys of Calibre Consulting with respect to item 10.4.2. I think Mr Guys and Mr McGwell may be speaking. Those who indicate support for that, please indicate. That's approved. Thank you. Conference Delegates Report, Councillor Giles, can someone move that? Councillor Cook, Councillor Jones, all in favour. That's carried, thank you. Thanks very much for that report, Councillor Giles. Councillor Cook, item 8.52, so I'm prepared to move that. Councillor Giles, Councillor McCleary, all in favour. It's carried unanimously. Thanks very much to you, Councillor Cook. Councillors, dealing with tonight's agenda, we need an absolute majority on item 10.2.1, and then we have the deputation on item 10.4.2. Are there any other items that anyone wishes to have debated or discussed? That being Councillor Steck. Someone prepared to move the bulk? Councillor Cook, Councillor Hayward, all in favour. It's carried unanimously, thank you. So, we go to 10.2.1. I require an absolute majority. Someone prepared to move that? Councillor Kelly, thank you. Second up, Councillor McCleary. Is there like to be any debate? I'll put it all in favour. Those against, it's carried unanimously, thank you. We move to item 10.41. Councillor Steck, you had a question. 10.4.1.
Yes, thank you, sir. Just in relation to the home-based business, in relation to Stirling Street, how many home-based businesses are there across the city board?
Councillor...
Okay, if I can speak against this.
Okay, well, take a seat. I'll ask for a mover. Councillor Jones. Councillor McGuinness. Councillor Jones. Speaker against. Councillor Steck.
Thank you, sir. Given that we don't have the information at the moment as to how many home-based businesses are, some of you might say that's irrelevant to this particular item. Granted, I can accept that. However, what I want to say is that with this particular business being in Stirling Street, it is in an attractive business location. It's not traditionally a home-based business. And in the sense of, it's in the residential nodes. It's in, the residential streets. That's what home-based businesses are, the same as home-based business childcare. This business, while it is in a residential house, in my view, it's getting the catchment of the business in Stirling Street. And I really think that even if this is approved tonight, I strongly advise Council that we should rethink the home-based business policy for streets and locations like this. Because the same could be said for Spencer Street. The same could be said for Blair Street. The same could be said for Strickland Street. But are they really home-based businesses, or are they feeding off the fringes of business already? There's the question. And so I'm asking that we should be taking this back to the planning in our policy review committee, and therefore I can't vote for this evening because the policy is not clear. And so I would advise that, you maybe give this a 12-month approval, but again, 12-month approval, it's going to be an indefinite approval. So I can't vote for it under that reason.
Thank you. Speaker 4. Councillor McGuinness to close. I'll put it all in favour. Those against? 1. That's carried. Thank you. 10.4.2. Mr. Guys, welcome. And is Mr. McGwell speaking? Okay. 5 minutes. Thanks, Larry.
have all received correspondence from the city, original notification advising of the plan, and then later after some inquiries I was explained to them in further correspondence why the difference in structure of the existing structure did not meet relevant building codes suitable for permanent occupancy. In addition, the issue was discussed at the annual Strata AGM that is held in August, and in my role at Sanctuary I've had numerous discussions with the owners and explained to them that any changes will have no effect on the existing arrangements on their property. And if anything, explained to them, and I'm quite pleased to hear that it should enhance the value of their existing apartments when they become part of a more vibrant and busier property.
Thank you very much. And we're prepared to move executive recommendation. Councillor McCleary, seconded Councillor Hayward. Is there likely to be any debate? I'll put it. All in favour? That's carried unanimously. Thank you. 10.4.3, Councillor Steck, you had questions, the same as before, or different questions?
Just one question, sir. It's been a long time since I've actually read the new fee for the home-based business. What is it, please?
I don't know. Councillor, through you, Mr. CEO, Mr. Cal, or one of you.
Through you, Mr. Mayor. Sorry, the annual fee for a new application is $222 per annum. Renewal fee of $73 per annum. If it's a retrospective, I believe there's an additional fee of $400, one-off fee for that.
Thanks, Mr. Cal. Do you have any further questions? Can someone move the executive recommendation? Councillor Jones, Councillor Giles. Is there going to be any debate? Councillor Steck? No, I'll put it all in favour. Those against? One. That's carried. Thank you. Applications for leave of absence. Councillor Steele requests leave from 6th of December 2016 to 31 January 2017. So I'm prepared to move that. Councillor Giles, seconder. Councillor Hayward, all in favour. It's carried unanimously. Thank you. Councillors, we have new business which we will deal with under confidential matters, but can someone move that we deal with that? Thank you, Councillor Jones. Councillor McCleary, all in favour. That's carried unanimously. Ladies and gentlemen, the meeting is going to proceed to confidential basis as soon as I get a move and a seconder. If you'd like to stick around and come back, I'll let you know what the results are. But in the meantime, can someone move? We go behind closed doors. Councillor Cook, second to Councillor McGuinness, all in favour. It's carried unanimously. Thanks very much, ladies and gentlemen.